Welcome to the first yoga vocal warm-up with Lisa and Christine. Today we're going to focus on getting a nice deep natural breath and producing sound without any tension in the neck and the shoulders.
And with that, we'll get started. So find a space and come into a cross-legged position. Rest the hands on the knees. Gently close the eyes or gaze down at the nose. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears towards the earth. Create space between the tops of the shoulders and the ears. The first few breaths, take this time to notice your thoughts. No need to judge, label, or get angry. Just watch them and try to quiet them. Maybe you watch them float away or watch them get smaller. The next few breaths, notice any tension that you're holding in your body, particularly in the neck and the shoulders. Try to use the exhales to release and relax. On your next exhale, lower the chin down towards the chest. Roll the right ear over the right shoulder. Leave it there. Inhale, right hand goes up and over to the outside of the left head. As you exhale, pull left shoulder down. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Also encourage right shoulder down. Continue to sit tall. You're welcome to stay here if you want a little bit more. Take the left hand off of the left knee. Reach it out towards the left as far as possible. Spread the fingers wide. Notice any weird sensations now happening down the arm. And then when you're ready, maybe pull the arm back behind you. Drop slowly that left hand down to the ground. Notice if the shoulder came up at all during that entire time. Relax the shoulder down on an exhale. Continue to breathe into the left side of the neck. Slowly just lift that right hand off just a little bit. Tuck the chin down towards the left collarbone or clavicle. Then return the right hand to the back of the left head. Gentle pressure here. Encourage the chin closer towards right collarbone. Last option is to take this left hand, spin the thumb down towards the ground, and then bring the back of the hand onto the rib cage. Ideally, trying to get the hand between the space between the shoulder blades. Last few breaths here. Encourage the elbow straight down towards the ground. You can gently push left hand into the back. And then slowly release the hands back down towards the knees. Roll the chin towards the center. This time stack the left ear on top of the left shoulder. Inhale, left hand goes up and over to the outside of the right head. As you exhale, release both shoulders down towards the ground. Sit up tall, chest up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the space between right shoulder and right ear. If you'd like to go further, remove the right hand from the right knee, shoot it out towards the right, spread the fingers wide, notice any sensations happening down the arm, and then when you're ready, you'll slowly start to bring the hand a little back behind you, and then very slowly allow the stretch to progress maybe as you bring the right hand down towards the ground. Couple of deep breaths here. Again, notice the shoulders, encourage them back down if they've figured out how to crawl up. And then slowly start to lift that left hand off, the head, and then turn the chin down towards the left collarbone. Place the left hand back on the Back right side of the head, gentle pressure to encourage the chin towards left collarbone or clavicle. You're welcome to stay here. Last option, lift right hand off the ground, spin the thumb towards the ground, and then bend the elbow so that you can place the back of your right hand onto the middle back. Encourage right elbow straight down towards the ground. Breathe into any tension. Use the exhales to try and release. And then slowly release the hands back down towards the knees. Roll the chin towards the center. This time, interlace the fingers behind the head. And try to encourage the chin down towards the chest while you bring the chest up towards the chin. So you're trying to lengthen the spine up as you curl the head down. Gentle pressure here. You're welcome to stay in this elevated position if this is feeling phenomenal. Otherwise, start to roll down one vertebrae at a time so that eventually the elbows might touch the knees. If they don't, doesn't matter. And then inhale, slowly curl the spine back up. Release the hands. You can blink the eyes open if they were closed. We're going to do eagle arms. So inhale, arms go up overhead. As you exhale, bring the left hand underneath the right. Option to just grab onto the right wrist with the left hand, or if you can place the palms together, great. If none of that is available to you, grab opposite shoulders. Sit tall. Inhale, bring the elbows away from the body first, then lift the elbows as high as possible. Ideally, one day the elbows will point up straight towards the ceiling. Just a couple of breaths here. Breathe into the space between the shoulders. And then slowly release. Inhale, arms go up overhead. Exhale, take the right hand underneath the left this time. And, right hand to left wrist, palms together or opposite shoulders, whatever is available to you today. Inhale, shoot the elbows forward away from the body. And then inhale, lift. Elbows all the way up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly release. Take the right foot, place it on the outside of the left knee. Crawl that left heel next to right hip for your seated twist. Plant down the right foot firmly into the ground. And first thing is to just hug the knee into the center of the chest. Sit up tall. Really give yourself a nice squeeze. And then when you're ready, if you'd like to go further, inhale, reach left arm as high as possible before you take the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand goes back behind you, sit up tall. Push down through the right foot. Use the contact between the arm and the leg to push and rotate. Look back behind you. You can rest this left hand onto the right hip. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly release. We'll switch the sides. So you can do this with using your hands to help the legs, or see if you can just change the cross without it. Left foot, plant it firmly down onto the ground on the outside of the right knee. Right heel next to left hip. Sit up tall, hug the knee in towards the center of the chest. Really ground down through that left hip. So set the intention of driving the left hip down to the ground. And then when you're ready, if you'd like to go further, you don't have to. You can inhale, reach right arm up and over to the outside of the left knee. Left hand back behind you, seated twist. Sit up tall on the inhale. Exhale, you take the twist. Look back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull them down away from the ears. This right hand can rest on the left hip if you'd like. And then slowly release back towards the center. Grab your tennis ball and come to lie down on your back. Feet hips width distance apart. Knees face up towards the ceiling. And then you'll take the tennis ball, place it underneath the right. So the meaty part of the neck that you can grab, or normally people want to massage you, that's where I want the ball to go. Okay, so you find that meaty part, put the ball underneath it, and then you're just going to kind of lean into it. If this is enough pressure, stay here. If you need more, you're going to lift the hips. And then take the back of the right hand onto the ground. Next step is to just do these little snow angel arms. Reach the arm as far as it'll go up overhead, and then release it back. Down, elbow towards the hip. Do 4 or 5 here. When you're ready, lower the hips down if they were up, and we're going to switch to sides. So again, find that meaty part of where the neck meets the shoulders. So that's where your upper traps are. And then you're going to take the tennis ball, place it in that area. First, lean over onto the tennis ball first. If that's not enough pressure, then lift the hips a little bit off the ground. Drive down through the heels to lift the hips. And then you'll take the left back of the palm, place it flat on the ground, and start to move it up overhead, and then elbow back down towards the hip. Again, 4 or 5 here. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly lower the hips down. You take the tennis ball, move it out towards the side, and you'll just come to lie down on your back with the feet flat, knees up towards the ceiling. Just one last option here is to take the right hand, lift it up overhead, lift the hips, and then try and reach towards the left side. So you're almost doing like this side bend, lower the hips down, and then you switch the sides, lift the hips up, reach that left arm up overhead, and then lower back down.
Place your hands on your lower belly. Feel the heaviness of your neck, shoulders, jaw, and tongue. Let them all melt into the floor. Notice how your belly is rising and falling under your breath. It's a good, deep, relaxed singer's breath. Now imagine a pool of vibrations in your lower belly. We're going to reach down into that pool of vibrations and just allow sound to escape. Just a sigh, no pressure. Once more, breathing deep into that pool of vibrations. Start to play with pitch. Try it a little higher. A little higher still. Whatever pitch works for you. Siren the sound from the bottom to the top and back down. Notice if there's some place where changing the pitch makes you gather tension in your upper torso. Just pay attention to that. Try it once more. Now let's start at the top and siren all the way to the bottom. Again, using your top and your bottom, not mine. Now we're going to put the lips together and make them buzz in the middle of a sigh, like this. Hum. Try a higher pitch. Notice if you gather tension. Hum. Really try to make the lips buzz. Hum. Now what? Add an end sound. Hum. A little higher. Hum. Higher still. Hum. From the bottom of your belly, make your face buzz. Move your hands slightly up on your belly, to just above your belly button, and pant like a puppy. Now we're going to use those muscles, your diaphragm muscles, to make the sound bounce. Ha, ha, ha. Notice I'm still starting way deep in the pool of vibrations. Ha, ha, ha. Notice if this makes your neck or your shoulders tense. Ha, 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 ha. Play around with it. How about some loud, sharp sounds coming straight from the diaphragm? Ha, ha, ha! Did that make you gather tension? Or you can make the only muscle moving, the diaphragm. Ha, ha, ha! Let's do one more siren from the bottom all the way to the top and back down. Oh.
And then when you're ready, you'll slowly start to bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. You can rock and roll your way up into your seated position. Cross the legs in the center of your space. Hands on the knees. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Notice how the shoulders, your body, your mind feels now after your practice.
Great work. After you've done this for a couple of days, feel free to get up to your feet and see if you can repeat the same deep, relaxed breath and production of sound with no tension in the neck and the shoulders. Have a good week.